Yo, what's up guys? So this one is called Script Pipeline, and it's specifically about Matt Joseph Misetich. And really it's kind of a look at the worst of the worst of these script service fucking clowns, okay? So yeah, I'm a body slamming in this. Disclaimer, this is not focused on anybody else in Script Pipeline, okay? Only Matt. And it's gonna be long probably, so you might wanna like just listen to it in the background or something if you give a fuck, or don't watch it, who cares? So this is how it's gonna break down. I'm gonna talk about Adib's tweet that inspired this video, then I'm gonna go to a bet I have for Matt, and then it's gonna be a lot, okay? And then to most people, and then because I'm calling him out, and then I'm gonna go to his bios, plural, and then I'm gonna go to his IMDb, right? And then I'm gonna go to questions I have for him. So let's go. So here's what Adib said, and there's some fucking whatever. I'm trying to do it as quick as I fucking can because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this dumb fuck. One of these, that's why I don't edit my shit. Here's what Adib said. One of the people who runs one of these screenwriting service companies tried to get me fired after I tweeted something silly about competitions. That's right, they reached out to my employer to complain. My bosses had my back. Want to know who they are? You'll be shocked. That's what he says, you'll be shocked. The second I read that, someone sent me this. I won't say who you are, I never do. The second I read that, I'm like, I know who it is. I'll be shocked if it's not who I think it is. So then I look at the next screenshot, and it says, because Adib, someone said to Adib, tell us who it is. So he does. He says, I'm over protecting people. Welcome to @ScriptPipeline ! And he tagged them. Yep, they did that. So I'm like, yeah, no surprise to me, man, that it's Matt. Zero. Okay, so things to note there. Shout out to Adib for fucking naming him. So Adib risked any kind of backlash that will come at him from the writer community, because they're very fucking temperamental, right? To try to protect the writer community by outing these fucking scumbags, okay? And here, notice this part too. And by the way, Jeff Howard, Adib got, I think, like 700 likes on that. And shout out to Irene for making sure I saw that. And said, do you want to comment on this? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. With the same perspective to try to help protect writers, dude. And so, so Adib's on the light side, right? I'm on the dark side. I don't follow. Here's something to notice. I don't follow Adib. Adib does not follow me. And I liked his tweet, and I posted in there, and he liked my post, right? We still don't follow each other. But you have both sides coming together to say, this guy is a fucking scumbag. And I'll break it down for you, okay? Let's go to the next part. Let's go to the, did I say that part already? I wanna make sure I said that. Jeff Howard also was in there saying, yeah, I've had bad interactions with this guy. And multiple people back channeled me and said, me too, okay? Let's go here. So Matt's biggest problem with me is that I didn't know who the fuck this guy was, right? And I would have offered this him sooner if he would have made it known that he ran Script Pipeline. I didn't know that for almost a year, okay? And so, because someone told me that's who said this shit. So Matt went after me, tried to do this campaign to like slander me, defame me, all this kind of shit. Defamation of character, this kind of shit. So he said, and I posted an amount, which was $1 million, in a silly post where I'm laughing and shit like this. Again, silly. My post is silly. Adib's post was silly. My point was this, and it went right over Matt's head, and it went right over the head of all the writers who his minions who pray to the fucking god of Matt, who is a nobody, dude, and who hasn't done anything. I'll fucking prove it to you. Matt says it in his own fucking website that he's never done anything. I'll show you if you know what to look for. So Matt says, my point was like, great, once you get signed, all that shit, focus on the money part so you don't get fucking ripped off. Okay? So I said, hey man, this is what you should be focusing on now. Because some of your guys' shit is worth this, for real. That's why this person got paid that, because that's what their shit was worth. And this was only the beginning for them, money-wise, on the same project, multi-millions. Okay? But Matt was like, no, that's fake. That is fake, guys. No one gets paid that shit. And I'm like, the joke's on you, Matt, actually. It is. So he goes and posts that, and then people are like, $1 million posting all these like GIFs and so forth, making fun of it. The reality is they're making fun of Gillian Flynn's check, essentially the commencement for a Gone Girl. Most people on commencement, I'm trying to keep it simple. Most people, they're gonna get 30 grand. Your first slice of the pie when you get paid, right? Around, okay? This was $1 million. Let me show you this, Matt, okay? So here's the bet. Let me tell you the bet first of all. The bet is $10,000, okay? I'm not joking around, okay? And let's see if Matt takes this bet. Is he gonna put his money where his big fucking mouth is, his little mouth? You know? Is he going to? And by the way, let me pause right there for 1 second, then I'll get into the $10,000 bet for Matt, which I don't believe he'll fucking do. I'll be on, I'll get to that in a second, never mind. So, $10,000, we put it in escrow, and you know, lawyers are involved, so we know everything's on the up and up, right? And then we bet if the check is real or not, okay? How do we determine if the check is real? Do we pull your minions who don't know a fucking thing about the industry? Obviously, because they're fucking paying you money and you've never done anything. So no, that's not how. No, we're not doing this for, you know, show. We're not doing this for performative purposes. We're doing this to get to the fucking truth. That's it. And there's another part to this. There's a main other part why I'm doing this bet is to get back, and you'll see. So we bet $10,000. We prove it, and here's the thing. Let me say this first. We prove it this way. We go to Fox and ask them, empirically, is this check real? Matthew, we'll have the answer to that in 1 day. We'll have the answer to that in less than an hour, in less than 10 minutes. It's an easy bet to take. If you're positive this check is fake, do the bet and prove what you're saying is real. It's not. And I'm gonna show you, Matt, how dumb you are. You didn't even realize that when you did this fake account, Smace and Giley, and you try to make me look stupid, right? Draw a mustache, beret, and that's what I say to the haters when I say I don't give a fuck what these dumb fucking, you know, trolls do, because it doesn't affect me in real life. Do I look like that in real life? No, I'm cute, okay, so fuck you. And here's the thing, I'm gonna be on the picket line tomorrow at Paramount, probably from 11 a.m. to about 3 p.m., okay? Any troll wanna come out there and try to, Matt, you can too. Do you wanna do that, Matt? You did it right here. So come out and try to take a Sharpie and draw that on my face and try to put a beret on my head and see what happens, Matthew. Okay? I'll be out there, promise you, swear to God. I'll take a picture and I'll say, I'm here, Matt. I'm on the picket line. Where are you at? Confront me. Okay, so let me show Matt this. So this is the image that he used, right? Notice this. Notice the line right there over the O. And people were like, he took an image from Google, and then in the thread they're posting all kinds of fake Google checks. Notice this line right here for you, Matt. Do you see that? What you inadvertently did is you posted the number from the real check, you dumb fuck. You see the line over the O right there? What is that? Who is that? Who's that check from? Fox. Read it, okay? How much? $1 million. To who? Okay? You idiot. How the fuck would I get this? No one, this is not online anywhere, okay? And I blacked out all the private shit. So how would I have the fucking memo that goes along with this? How? You know what I'm saying? Who does it say there? Regarding Gone Girl, Gillian Flynn, okay? Listen, you're gonna lose that bet, dude. $10,000. Here's the thing, I'm going to, and that's the most important part of this video. That's the biggest body slam in this video, is I know Matt won't take it. And if he does, he's gonna get his ass kicked in this bet. Here's the thing, I will pocket $5,000 of that, and the whole bet can be done in one day. I will pocket $5,000, and I promise, you have my word, guys, that I will disperse the other $5,000 back to the writers that Matt stole that money from and lied to. All you gotta do, and I'll tweet that, I'll say, just show me proof that you sent your shit in there. And if I've heard of you, anyone, it could be even people that don't like me or have blocked me in the past. I'll give you your money back, okay? And prove it. Then when I send your money back, after Matt loses this, then you can show that I sent your money back. But Matt, here's the thing, Matt knows that he's lying about this. He's never seen a check that big. That's why it blows his mind apart. Let's get to that part now, okay, guys? Let's get to his bios. Here's what Matt says. There's one bio from Stage 32. I'm not making this shit. I didn't write this shit. This is Matt's own words, by the way. And here's his bio from Script Pipeline. Let's go. So about Matt. This is from Stage 32. About Matt. He wrote this himself. Okay. As a story consultant and script reader for over 10 years, I've worked for production companies, independent filmmakers, managers, contests, agents, and everything in between. Since 2006, I've been with Script Pipeline, blah, blah, blah. None of the rest of that matters for now. Let's compare that to his Script Pipeline bio. His industry career started in 2002 as an intern for a talent manager, comma. We're done with that, comma. Let's move on. Then as an intern in film development in 2003, period. And as an intern scriptreader through all of 2004, which ended in 2005, where he landed another prestigious unpaid internship. After several freelance script reading jobs, guys, you can be freelance right now. Just ask someone to pay you $25 and now you're freelance, okay? Plus a brief but legitimately educational time in international distribution and media consulting, he began his tenure with... Do you get it, guys? Anybody with any kind of experience is gonna read these bios and be like, it says nothing. Okay, so what it says is he doesn't have any experience. Before Script Pipeline, no experience at all. Let's ask, have you guys thought to ask the question, why? Why is a guy with no experience leading a fucking service? He's been an intern. You know who else was an intern? That's it. That is it. Intern. Here's the question for you, Matt. Why did you not even make it to assistant level? Normally inside the industry, that is a huge red flag. It's a huge red flag, okay? And then you claim to have worked with all these kinds of people and no one wanted you. No one. That's what it says, guys, I promise you. You mean to tell me Matt didn't see these fucking, he said, let me show you this. What else, what did he leave? Well, how do these not match? Look at this word right here. I highlighted it for you, so it's easy to read. Agents, plural. Who are they? Did you notice that? He never says who any of these people are. He never names a single company, nor who he worked under. You don't find that incredibly suspicious? Here's the thing with these bios. You cannot send these bios out to the industry to get a job for anything. You cannot send these bios. I've had my reps ask me for a bio, and there it is, and they sent it out. And they would, it's going to real people, so they'll know if I'm faking it. It's listing who I've worked with and shit like this. It's listing it. So no, they're not going to send that out. Like who? Like Gotham. They're not going to send that out, knowing it's a lie, knowing that people are named in it. No, they're not going to. And so they would be like, this is not a bio, dude. Okay? And when my bio went out for staffing, my ex sent it out. You think my ex is going to lie? She has no reason to lie to the industry about what my experience is. None. Zero. She would never fucking do that because she already has a bunch of fucking hits. People at that level don't do bullshit like that. People at Matt's level do bullshit like that. And think that here's the thing, no one in the industry is gonna read these types of bios. It's like someone said in Adib's thread, or in my back channel maybe, I don't remember. They said that I'm trying to talk fast, dude. So it can be as compressed as possible. But they said the reason people fall for guys like Matt is because essentially that's their last chance. These writers are so fucking desperate that they think Matt is their last fucking chance. No matter how he behaves, no matter whomever could say, you could have Chris Nolan say, I looked at fucking Matt's thing and it's trash. You could have Brian Lord, Richard Lovett, Kevin Huvane look at it and be like, I promise you, Ari Emanuel, say, I promise you guys, this is trash. There's writers out there that are so desperate that they would say, I don't believe those people. And by the way, I've already said this, I've been to Richard Lovett's cocktail party, meaning you have to be specifically invited. There's only 20 people there. Richard was there, Brian Lord was there, Kevin Huvane was there, and like 20 people. Okay, Matt was not there. I've never seen Matt ever at any kind of event like that, and I've been to tons of them, dude. Okay. So it says here, it's estimated he's reviewed over 30,000 pitches, screenplays, pilots, books, and I'm super bumped on books. I'll get to that. The point there is he doesn't know a fucking thing about IP. I'll get to that. He proves it in a podcast that he does with a couple producers. I'll get to that. And short films over the last 2 decades, which he believes has to be a meaningless record of some sort. You're correct there, Matt. It is a meaningless record. I'll tell you why. Because of all the agents I know who've done huge deals, none of them have reviewed 30,000 pieces of material, and they're all, have their box office is in the billions, most of them. Okay, because they're veterans. All right. What is your box office, by the way, Matthew? You claim all this shit. Go look at Script Pipeline's success stories. Go look at that page, guys. He lists all this shit, right? Here's my question for Matthew. How much money did you get paid from that? And prove it. I just proved it. And I'm betting you to prove it empirically, okay? Show us a check. Show us something that you fucking got paid on. Can you? Otherwise, I'm going to assume that it's $0. Okay? And I think everybody else should assume that as well. But do it how you want to do it. Okay? Believe whatever you want to fucking believe. At the end of this, he says, this is Script Pipeline, he's based in Los Angeles and apologizes for whatever nonsense he posts on Twitter. Really? Why would you do that? Do you think any fucking agent would have to make that disclaimer in public? That is not even anywhere near the demeanor of a fucking agent at all. This is so fucking amateur. It's cringe, man. Is this the type of shit he's apologizing for being wrong about this and about me to take $10,000 out of his fucking pocket? Does he even have $10,000 he can make the bet with? Let's go, dude. on here, on the stage 32 bio, yeah, I'm probably gonna go 30 minutes. That's why I said probably just, go do some shit and have this on the back if you give a fuck. So he says he helped. By the way, you know who else has been an intern? My little niece. Okay, she interned for Resolution and Gotham. Would I trust my little niece to develop me? No. I love my little niece, but no, that's above her head. It's above her pay grade, and it's above Matthew's pay grade too, because he doesn't get paid for development. That's you guys paying him. Do you understand that? That's writers paying him. He calls himself like that. He develops screenplays. Why would you trust someone to develop your screenplay who's never fucking done it? That's bizarre to me. Okay, so he says here, recent success stories include helping launch the career of Evan Doherty, Snow White and the Huntsman killing season. What I heard about this is that someone told me this shit. That killing season is the one that placed in script pipeline. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, correct me. And that he sold Snow White and the Huntsman after that. So here's my question again. What's your commission on Snow White and the Huntsman? Okay, because here's the thing. When people launch people, they get paid for it. Okay, do you notice that, Matthew, about agents and managers and this kind of shit? When they launch people, like who? Like Gillian Flynn. Then you get paid for it. How much? You want me to tell you? It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. That. Do you see what I'm saying? Gillian Flynn was not a screenwriter before that deal. That's launching. Do you get it? And how common is it, Matthew, for a novelist, no matter what the book does, where they think it's going to be huge, right? How common is it for them to allow the novelist to write the fucking screenplay? And let me tip you off here. That's not Matthew. That's not who was slated on the DL to write it. Who was it? And how the fuck would I don't think this is out there. It was Leslie Dixon. Am I wrong? Anybody involved in it? No, I'm not. Which was one of the puzzle pieces we had to move around, okay? Anyway, let's go back to Matthew's bio. He says, I also have a background in writing both fiction and screenplays. Great, Matthew. May I read your screenplay? And I will give you notes on it for fucking free. And I will post those notes online. Okay? And I'm gonna ask you too to read my shit, but I'll pay you for it because you're the expert, right? I'll pay you. What is your fee? What's your king of the fucking industry fee? Right? Isn't that what you said in one of your podcasts? That verbatim, this is what you said. I wrote it down because I was like, this guy is fucking insane. You said, where is it? You said, I'll paraphrase it until I get to it. You said this is a privilege for people to see your computer screen for anyone watching this. Where the fuck do you say it? It's a privilege? Oh, here it is. I rarely show my screen. This is a big privilege to all of you. What? Dude, you're delusional. Who do you think you are? Fucking Ari Emanuel? No one gives a fuck about you. This is a big privilege? What are you talking about? Why? Why is it? Let me ask you that question. Why is it a privilege to see your fucking computer screen? What's on there? The holy grail to the fucking industry? If it was on there, Matthew, then you would be like a fucking producer or something. You would have got hired way back when you were interning as an assistant, and then you would have gone to agent or manager, producer, and you would have gone that direction. Why did no one hire you? Except for the bottom of the fucking barrel at Script Pipeline. Why, dude? Did you have other opportunities and you turned them down? Then name them. Okay? Come on, you don't fool me, dude. So, yeah, so I want to read your screenplay and I want you to read mine, and I'll pay you for your notes. And I'll post the notes online, and I'll post the script too, so people can read the script and read your notes and see if it works. You know, but you know what? You can tear apart any screenplay. But here's the twist here, Matt. After you read the script and give me your notes, because I'll put my real name on it. I know you'll slam it. I already know that. Okay, but the other point here is I want people to see if you even read it. Okay? And if I can tell you did not read it, I'll say that. I've gotten notes from fucking huge people. I know when people have read my script and when they have not. Okay? The twist is this. I don't send scripts to bullshit service companies like this unless the script has already gotten traction out there. So I'll tell you who it was after that, and let's see if your notes match theirs. I promise you these people are way bigger than you, Matthew. Promise you. Okay? But then he says down here, after he says he has a background in writing. See, I could go on forever with this shit. With who? Who were you signed by? Okay? Who was your agent? Who was your manager? What companies were they? And who were they? Who was your lawyer? This kind of shit. Okay? Then he says, hyphen, and I'm a huge procrastinator in both. So what you're telling us is that you're fucking terrified to put your shit out there, to fucking go for it, like the rest of us who put our shit out there. And I've seen you in these videos where you're laughing at writers over dumb shit. You know, when these stupid ass people who are, the only reason you're being interviewed for this podcast is for a fucking commercial, for your stupid ass service. And they don't ask you any hard questions. You want to do a real interview? Do one with me, dude. I'll pay you. What do you want? How much money do you want? I'll pay you to do an interview with me, and I'll fucking body slam you. Okay? You're just admitting that you're too fucking scared to do it yourself. And look down here. Okay? Read between the lines, people. He admits all this. It's bizarre to me that people fucking like look up to this guy like he's fucking Jesus Christ. You know? He says this, and yeah, there's way less pressure when you're helping someone else crack into the business. So he's saying, this is the same old story with these fucking service people. They're too fucking afraid to do it. He's too afraid to try to be a fucking agent or a manager or producer, to grind and try to do that. And he's also too afraid to be a fucking writer. So what does he do? He sits there and hides behind his fucking computer screen as a fucking service person and takes your money in these dumb fucking contests and promises to develop you. And he's never done development for real. It's bizarre to me, dude. And he's never done a deal. Or prove it. Prove what it is. Let's go to his IMDb, right? Of course I'm going to go to his IMDb because people give me shit about my IMDb. Okay? But I got proof of checks in this kind of shit, and I'm betting this clown. Okay? What has he done? He's done additional crew, a contestant on a game show, and himself on a 39-minute podcast by a writer who claims he's a success story. Sorry, bro, I'm not trying to slam on you too hard, but a little bit. Who claims he's a success story of Matt, but can't afford to pay for the Zoom for the full time. And the funny thing about that Zoom, I wouldn't watch that Zoom, that interview. It's a waste of time. It's just two people just rambling about nothing. But at the end of it, the writer, I got nothing against you, bro. But at the end of it, the writer says, what are your favorite movies? And Matt lists off a bunch of them. And the last one he names, before he gets cut off of the free, Zoom, is Minority Report. And the fucking hilarity of that is Gone Girl is above Minority Report in the box office. No offense to the people who've done Minority Report. I love Minority Report, but Gone Girl was bigger. Okay? Let's go through some questions now. Let me go through some statements. Maybe I'll do an after fucking video on this because I'm already pushing 30 minutes. Here's the dumbest thing that Matt said on his podcast. It's called something like 5 Hard Truths about what producers look for. And when they got, Matt said almost nothing the whole time. These two female producers were great, I thought. You pluck Matt out of this thing, who gives a fuck? It doesn't change it. Just have them two talk. These two ladies who know what the fuck they're talking about. If you take the two ladies out of it, by the way, almost 90% of the people who I've worked with in the industry have been women, and I prefer working with women because they don't bullshit you. Not like this Matt dude, and they grind and all this shit. Anyway, so they're kind of no nonsense, and So if you take these two women out of there and you just leave Matt there to do the podcast solo, he doesn't know anything, dude. Listen to what he fucking says about fucking IP, dude. This is the dumbest advice I could ever fucking imagine. And he has a book service on his website. You guys have to be fucking insane to pay money for this shit. Here's his advice. He said, I tell my writers, the novelists, after the book's done, to write the screenplay. Excuse me? You dumb fuck? No. That's backwards. That is completely, dude. That's not how you do a book deal, okay? And Matt questioned them, like, how do you guys find IP? You know, and books and this kind of shit. Like, do you just, like, he didn't even know. He's kind of like guessing. Here's word for word what one of the producers said. They actually have an agent that's dedicated to IP, schooling Matt, because he doesn't fucking know. So he just represents books. He just represents books for adaptation for television and film. Matt's response is, oh, I see. Here's the thing, dumb fuck, Matt. That is my ex's entire career, is representing IP. Go look at it. Almost all of it is fucking book to film or article to film. This kind of shit. Yeah, you can sell a partial manuscript. I've known that for 20 fucking years now, more than 20 years. But, you know, and I don't claim that shit. See, that's the difference. For example, I don't claim Devil Wears Prada. The money's still wet in my household, but I don't claim it as I had anything to do with that. Unlike Matt with Snow White and the Huntsman. Okay. I had as much to do with Devil Wears Prada as Matt did with Snow White and the Huntsman. Okay. Which is nothing. So Matt doesn't even know that where this material comes from. It comes from agents, you dumb fuck. If you listen to Matt talk, he brightens up when the talk is about amateur shit, like page count, like slugline, this kind of bullshit, where he can laugh at writers and put writers down who are actually out on the front lines, putting their shit into the fucking industry and taking it on the chin, which he's too fucking afraid to do. Let me read your script, Matt. I guarantee you it's trash. Or show us who fucking loved it. Tell us who. The fact that he's telling writers this shit to write the screenplay first and he's gonna shop the script, he is. The dude who's never made a fucking deal. Or prove it. That would have cost Gillian Flynn $3 million, you dumb fuck. If you guys want to continue to listen to this clown, go right ahead. But I didn't even read all the fucking questions. I'll do a fucking maybe after show to read some of the questions that I would ask Matt, some in an interview, and I would body slam this clown, okay? So Matthew, to close this whole thing out, there's the bet. Reach out to me. My phone number is right there, or I'll be on the picket line tomorrow. Reach out to me, however, and we'll do this bet, dude. And I'll take your fucking money, and I'll give half of it back to the writers that you fucking lied to and screwed out of money. Okay? Later, guys. Best of luck out there. And fuck the AMPTP. Peace.